Welcome back to the 2015 North American International Auto Show. I'm Jason Rzucidlo reporting for AmericaJR.com, and I'm being joined by
Jean Paul Capin, Chief Financial Officer of Local Motors.
Very good. So go ahead and tell me about your 3D printed cars out here.
So what you see behind us is our Strati model. It is the first concept of its kind ever being printed. It's a direct digital manufactured vehicle, so that means it's 3D. It's made out of a plastic called ABS, and it's reinforced with carbon fiber. We printed this original car at the IMTS show in 5 days. At the show, the largest manufacturing show in the world, and then we printed again in SEMA. Right now, if you go up to our booth upstairs, you're going to be able to see the print of a refreshed Strati.
Oh.
And so it takes about 44 hours to print. It takes 4 hours to be able to go through the milling machine, and then the assembly takes some time. But that's what the 3D printed car is.
All right. Now, will you be just making one car during the show or several cars?
So we're going to make one car at the show, but we're also going to be printing more bodies so that people can continue seeing during the public days and they can see what the technology is about. And as you can probably see behind, it's very sturdy as our CEO is jumping on the car. This is just a concept though, and this is a neighborhood electric vehicle. So top speed is between 25 and 35 miles an hour. Depending on the powertrain that we use. It's electric. The donor of a car, basically the powertrain comes from Renault, and it's a Renault Twizy powertrain. But this is not basically the car that we're going to be commercializing. We're not going to we might bring this car to the market, but what we're going to do in the New York Auto Show in April is we're going to be releasing the car that we're going to be producing in volume towards the end of this year.
Oh, all right.
And that's going to be a fully highway-ready vehicle, and it's going to be like any other car you can buy.
Oh, okay. So are you looking to work with the other OEMs, or are you just going to continue doing things on your own?
We have great relationships with OEMs. We actually are right now sourcing powertrain solutions for the vehicle that we're going to make in number. We want to have at least 100 prototypes on the road of that vehicle by the end of this year, and that's going to require support from large OEMs.
All right. Now, some people might be wondering, well, these cars are made out of plastic. What happens when the engine gets hot?
When the engine gets hot, nothing happens to it. They have a very high melting point, and we'll basically, as you probably know, carbon fiber is critical in making racing applications and hypercars, and that's basically the same material that we're using to make the car.
All right. You mentioned to me a possible move to Detroit.
No. Local Motors, I did, but Local Motors, that would be one of our microfactory locations. So Local Motors has, we do direct digital distribution across across a large footprint. That means that we have multiple microfactories that produce in volumes of about 2,000 to 3,000 vehicles. And we would love to be in Detroit. We would love to have a car that's specific for this market. That's what we do, Local Motors. And right now we're at Phoenix. We have a microfactory in Phoenix. We have a location in Knoxville. We are in Las Vegas. And we just announced on Monday that we're going to be in Washington, D.C., and we're building a bigger microfactory in Knoxville.
Very nice. Now, what would be the cost for one of these?
So the price point is between $25,000 and $35,000 of the vehicle that we're going to bring to market at the end of the year.
And that includes the battery and everything?
It includes the battery and everything.
Oh, okay. Very good. What's the range, charging time, all that like?
We're not disclosing that information yet, but in a few months it will become available.
So when will they be ready for folks to buy?
We think November, December of this year.
This year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Any other comments before we wrap up here?
I think that it's going to be great. We're opening public week, and you will be able to ride in the Strati next week. A general public, they can take a ride in the first 3D printed car.
Very good. Thanks so much. Nice talking with you today.